On today's episode, we find the Golden Dragon and his sidekick Sona facing off in a superheroes versus supervillains battle.
I'm the Golden Dragon, and this is my sidekick Sona. I am the chef. I heard about you. You use your skillet and food to make people snobby so they become evil and then attempt to take over the world. And you are?
I am Portuguese footballer.
What do you do?
I kick balls at people.
I heard about you as well. I will be protecting my nuts during this fight. I wonder who will throw the first blow. It is a cunning idea. Cunning. All right, you Nancy's. All right, we're gonna settle this mano to mano. Man to man, fist to fist. I'm the chef, is that your best meal? Cook all in! We did it! Yes. You two supervillains, listen now. I am the Golden Dragon, defender of the innocent. If you ever come across me again, I'll defeat you both like I have today. I must now leave with my sidekick Sona. Learn from this mistake. Welcome to my weekly review. I'm your host as always, Tommy Lee, and I'm glad you stuck around for the show, and I hope you enjoy it. So, yeah, to be quite honest with you, it was a pretty slow week. It's pretty, drowsy. There's not much going on. I mean, I didn't really do too much. Most of my days consisted, I woke up and I made, consistently though, every breakfast I've eaten waffles, the microwavable variety or the toaster variety. I'd stick them in the toaster, just make that every morning. And the rest of the day, I'd usually go to the basement and watch Teletoon Retro on the cable box, Teletoon Retro is pretty cool because you can watch pretty much everything from our childhood, like the late 90s, early 2000s, like, I don't know, like Inspector Gadget, Reboot, and like watching Alvin and the Chipmunks yesterday, and just like pretty much any, older cartoon that you enjoyed as a child that you can't watch on any other network, you can watch there, and it's free now. Our Eastlink bundle provides it for free, so it's good. So yeah, it mostly involves that. I might play some video games here and there, and go on the computer, look something up, read more wrestling stuff, because I pretty much fill a lot of the day reading the dirt sheets and wrestling news, like, backstage stuff. But, that's the point. It was a pretty slow week, and I'm not complaining. It was a good, slow week. All I did was have some fun, eat and watch TV and play video games and use the computer. It's a good time. But, I mean, there are 2 days of the week this week that were really, memorable, highlightable. Monday, actually, this Monday, where we had Alex, Nick, Michael, Mitchell, and Eric over to shoot last week's video. That was a load of fun. Like, we just talked about the review and our summers, and just chilled there. We came up with all these ideas. It's just a cool time, Let's see. Oh, and today on Friday, another memorable good day. We had all the guys over again, and this time we also had Adam over, and I don't know if Chad wants to take the camera take a close-up on Adam there. Drawing his guitar very sensually, I guess. He's giving everyone either the people's eyebrow or some kind of sexual eyebrow, I don't know. Something else there, that's interesting. But yeah, we had the guys over, it was a good time, and it was the same kind of thing, we could talk about things, just chill. One of the things that kind of strange was we gave Eric a small guitar to play with. I think it's ukulele size that Adam had in his hands. And the thing about it that was really strange was he kept playing it non-stop. I don't know if this is like a musician thing, but he just kept doing it. Like, even when we said quiet on the set and we were about to shoot something, all I hear in the background is Hawaii, Hawaii, Hawaii. And then he'd be like glamoring over about how girls are texting him and how happy it is or how strange and weirded out he is about it. But you know, that's Eric. I don't really know how to explain it. And you know, Alex and Nick were in the background just laughing, you know, just enjoying themselves, waiting for stuff. And you know, we were shooting stuff. It was interesting, you know. It's good to have these things, like, it's almost become the highlight of my week because just having friends over and having a good time and getting it to assume a character or live it out and have a good time, you know, it's fun. So really that was my week, just, you know, just in general enjoying the quieter, kind of slower life. So yeah, that's about it. Nothing really else. I mean, next week me and Chad are Wednesday, as I mentioned last week, are going to that wrestling show and we'll get to see some legends, hopefully Hulk Hogan, so we're pretty happy about that. And you know, nice escape from reality. We get to, for, you know, one day lash out at society through wrestling. It's a good day, you know. I can't complain. So yeah, that was essentially my week. There really wasn't too much to say, you know. It was just getting nice comments from the review and, you know, enjoying television, video games, relaxed life, you know, that kind of thing. And even if my whole week, every week is the weekly review, then I'm happy because it's always a fun time. So yeah. In closing, that was my week, and I'd probably grade it about, I guess it's kind of slow. I'd keep with the B+ kind of thing, maybe a B. It's a nice week. I can't complain about what happened. Nice and comfortable. So yeah, until next time, you can't see me. Tommy, out!
In a world where Tommy Lee gives you a weekly review every week, join us next time for an epic proportion.
It's on!
Previously on the adventures of the Golden Dragon. The Golden Dragon and his sidekick Sonar defeated the likes of Le Chef and the Portuguese footballer. However, their days of crime fighting were yet to be finished, as they had to face the likes of the evil Dr. James Murphy, who had set up his evil lair within the area. To defeat their cunning foe, the two must work together and stop him at all costs. On today's continuation of the adventures of the Golden Dragon.
Dr. James Murphy.
And who might you be?
I am the Golden Dragon, and this is Sonar, my sidekick.
The Golden Dragon. Really? What are you, some sort of Asian stereotype?
Actually, I'm an accurate representation of every single Asian country on this planet. And you might be?
I think you already addressed me as Dr. James Murphy. Although how you know that, I am quite curious.
I have a good research team.
Indeed.
Yes.
Would Sonar be your research team? He can't even see.
He has Zoom text and also speech recognition, so he can search anything on Google using his voice. But that's besides the point. We know you're up to something evil, Dr. James Murphy, and we're here to stop your plan.
You could never stop my plan. It's the most brilliant plan I've ever come up with.
If I had a penny for every time a villain said that, I'd be a richer superhero. But that's besides the point. I know that I can beat you because I do this pretty much every single day, and pretty much every villain I meet is exactly the same. At least the good ones, you know, the side ones that fight 2 or 3 at once, you know, they're not very good, but that's, once again, another unrelated matter.
I find that highly unlikely. How could you defeat such a brilliant and handsome person?
First of all, because one of my superpowers is extreme intelligence, but second of all, because all your plans are stupid and generic, so therefore I already know a solution. Let me guess, you have a laser beam back there.
Perhaps. How dare you call me 2-bit? This is no ordinary laser beam. Oh no, nay nay.
Oh really? Let me guess. This laser beam is quite large. It can focus on one city that is quite large and filled with people. And it takes about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes to charge, and then there's a countdown, and you're planning to target it at a large city in the United States. How does that sound?
It actually takes 20 minutes.
Okay, well that's new for me. So I will give you that. That is one point of originality.
I grow tired of this, golden dragon.
Hmm.
You will never defeat my master plan.
Oh really? What are you gonna do? Send your henchmen to fight us while you go and start the laser?
No.
Okay, I haven't. Usually this is the part of the show where you say that, and then your henchman comes out. So
That was actually his call to arms, but it appears he is not listening, so...
Yes, I believe your henchman was named... Oh dear.
Here he comes! I hear him in the distance!
Sonar, prepare for battle. Alright, here's the plan, Sonar. You take on the Hawaiian rocker, and I will stop Dr. James Murphy from starting his laser beam. You're not gonna get away with this time, Dr. Murphy.
Before you hit me, you should know that... Wait, what's that over there?
Damn it, I've been hoodwinked!
Stop! Or I'll fire this laser.
No, don't do it. Everybody needs Manhattan for, something.
There's no viable reason to keep Manhattan.
Well, there's no viable reason to destroy it either.
You don't know what they did to me. I was never respected. All they ever understood was violence. Oh, now they'll understand.
So you're solving violence with more violence.
Indeed. I agree, it's somewhat counterintuitive, but...
Well, I suppose since you're a villain, it doesn't really matter.
I'm not so much a villain, I'm just misunderstood.
Oh, right, the misunderstood card. I understand. I
true.
thought I learned about this a little bit.
Quit stalling!
Anyway, you can't do that, and I'm going to stop you. You're not going to destroy Manhattan.
I've already rigged it to explode. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
First, I'm going to kill you, then I'm going to stop it.
You
There's
have no
20 minutes
chance.
to do it anyway.
You have no chance! You're not intelligent enough.
Oh,
You can
bring
do
it! Wow, one hit. Okay, that was easy. Let's see. That should do something very strange here. I have no idea how I'm going to deactivate it. I wonder. Oh, that was pretty easy. Where's Sonar? I want to get the hell out of here.
Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright. You happy to greet
Hey, Tommy.
Huh? Huh? What?